Hello, everybody. I thought I'd show you some of the items that I purchased or made at the Scrapbook Expo this year, the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. So this one that I attended was in Grapevine, Texas, which is near Dallas, and the closest one to me. It was March 31st to April 1st is the official dates of the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. It was at the beautiful Gaylord Hotel and Resort. It has two pools. The inside of it looks like the Riverwalk in San Antonio, and it just is gorgeous, gorgeous place, and plenty of room for all the different classes and things. So first of all, we got there Thursday the 30th actually, and that's the night we spent was Thursday night, and we did the make and take, which is something that goes from 3 to midnight on that day, and it basically is you get this big package full of all these different supplies that are packaged up from different companies, and then someone from the company, a representative, will stand up there and with the microphone and tell you how to make the different things. This year, what I thought was really good that I didn't receive 3 years ago was this beautiful bound book, and it kind of has the stuff about the Scrapbook Expo, but then it had instructions for each make and take item. And I'll show you these as I go through really quickly. Um, I will say that we didn't stay till midnight, and one of the reasons we didn't is because the PA system was so bad that I didn't understand a word any of them said. So mostly what we were doing is just reading the book and figuring it out for ourselves. And there was no screen up, and I could have sworn 3 years ago there was a screen showing what, we could do. And so there was none of that. But anyway, and it was very crowded. My granddaughter, who's 8, was having a great time, but she was getting frustrated over these projects and trying to hear the guy or the woman that was representing. So let me show you. The first one was Happy by A to Z Scrapbooking. That was the company, and it was a little banner you could make. And I just came home and put some random pictures I had lying around of one of my daughter's families and children. And it's cute. It's just a little banner that you put together, had these little bitty clothespins, and it was all kind of, well, you had to pop the pieces out. They were kind of pre-scored, pre-cut a little bit, and you popped them out of the page. And so that was cute. And then it had this scrapbook layout. And I did this a little bit different because I kind of inked up so they weren't all the same color. And I flipped these pieces over so they don't look exactly like they do on here. But all the pieces were cut correctly. There was nothing that was crooked or, nothing like that. So this is like one 12 by 12 layout. And they did sell the kit for the other page if you wanted to do two 12 by 12 layouts. So it was cute. Okay, so that's A to Z Scrapbooking's project. The next one is Just Right Papercraft. And it was to make this little, I don't know what you call these little boxes, but they open at the ends and you could put things in. And mine is not wanting to stay sealed. I need to put more adhesive on that. And then it came with the little matchbox one too, which I thought was really cute. And these you just, I think they were cut and already pre-scored, so you just kind of did folding and glued these little pieces on. And there are extra little sentiment items in case you want to do something else with them, these little round sentiments. Okay, that was Just Right Papercraft, and I thought that was a cute craft. This one I didn't enjoy as much. It's Make-A-Wish by Paper Wizard Ink. And these little die cuts are gorgeous. I mean, the little, this was 3 different pieces for this that you put together for this little wedding or packages. I don't know. Yeah, packages, I guess. And this cupcake was gorgeous. But the thing was to put these skinny pieces on, I had to use my liquid adhesive because I didn't bring a Xyron sticker maker machine. I could have brought my little Xyron, but it didn't list it on supplies you would need, so I didn't bring it. And of course, it makes a mess when you try to use liquid adhesive on these little pieces. But I may cut some of this stuff out and use it on something else. So that was Paper Wizard Ink. And then here's another one of these pillow boxes, I guess they call them, by Craft Creations. Okay, now see, it looks very simple here, but this is all really glittery paper. What it came with were these pieces, and they peeled off of this page. Let me see if I can do this. So these little outline pieces peel off. See if you can see that. And what you do is you stick them onto some paper, and then you take the paper and cut around these black outlines. So this, they supplied us with glitter paper and some little printed paper, And so I thought that was really cute. You just put them down and you just cut around them. That was a cute idea. And this was already cut out. Most everything was ready to go except for making your flowers and your leaves. And I have plenty more, as you can see. I hardly used any. So I can do this again with my own paper at home. Really cute. That was Crazy Creations. Okay, the next one, Fantastic Memory Jewelry by Craft Fantastic. And it came in a little kit like this and had little things to choose from. You could also put words on there, which I didn't do. Show you the one I made is are these flowers, which I thought were just beautiful. And there were butterflies, there were little cherubs, there were birds, all sorts of stuff, and all sorts of words you could use. So none of us at the table made the same one. It was really cute. So that was an awesome craft. And let's see, this next one I didn't enjoy as much because I didn't get these papers. I received these papers. And they're not my colors. They're not my thing. The yellow is not my thing, and the kind of wild floral print. But the pop-up was already cut out. You see how it looks in Bonjour, which Bonjour does not go with these flowers, if you ask me. But, we all got random things. Not everybody got the same thing. So some people might have gotten this exact one. But this cutout came like this, and you just adhered it. They'd already run it through the die cut machine. And it says in here, it's the Flower Bigs die by Sizzix 661108. So, I mean, it is a pretty die. I don't know that I'd purchase it, but maybe. It's really cute. Okay, so that was from, just a note to say, from itscheaperthantherapy.com. Okay, let's see what's next is this little box. The box was cute. It was already pre-cut, and you had these pieces were already pre-cut, and you just put them on. My biggest beef with this was the pieces were all crooked. Someone had cut them and not really done a great job of it. And you could see here it's got these little dashed lines and written around here, and it says to use the chalk writer. Well, we didn't receive a chalk writer. So I don't know if that's something they wanted you to go to their store and purchase. I don't really know. And there's some bling that's supposed to go up there. I didn't put that on. But I mean, that's a cute little, it was already die cut. It's a cute little box. And that's from Scrap That. And then this is a little, it's called Me by Shoestring Productions. And you cannot make it look like this for a few reasons. Number one, you do not, this has a black outline around the letters and around the leaves, and you don't get those pieces. I didn't anyways. I didn't receive them. And this is where the photo will go. So ignore that little flower die cut. This is where your photo would go. Plus, I don't, you'd have to have a specific book that you're making just this size to take advantage and use this, or a frame this size, and it just wasn't for me. So, I mean, it was a cute idea, but it wasn't something I'd ever use. Okay, so the next one was my favorite, and it is from Queen & Co. And it came, I don't know if I saved it. Yes, I did. Let me grab it over here. It came in this really cool pouch that's hole punched, and it had a little thing holding it down, and you could stick your stuff back in there. Really cute. Really nice packaging. And it came with this little Crop Queen thing, which is so cute. Little pins, this Crop Queen on it. Okay, and everything was in there. As a matter of fact, my pieces were more glittery than the pieces they show there. So, and you received a whole sheet of different sentiments to choose from. And I don't know what I did with those. Here they are. I used Smile It's Your Day, but there are all these different sentiments you could use. We just click. Good things are developing. All camera puns, so it was really cute. And I just thought this turned out so adorable. And I don't really make shaker cards, but it had the round piece cut out and all the glitter that you put on. It turned out just like it should have. So I really liked that. But I made that on my own again. Okay, this next one was a total fail for me. It's from Be Creative. And here's what you received. So I did do, it said to put adhesive down one side of this strip, and then you were to put the metallic thing on, kind of rub it a little bit and then peel it back up. And you can see mine did not turn out as solid as theirs did. So it's probably something I need to play with. Then you were supposed to put adhesive all the way around the top of the star and do the same thing. I could never get the adhesive and the paper to work right, so my star doesn't look like that. And also it's supposed to come with sequins, and no, I didn't receive them, my daughter didn't receive them, my granddaughter, so none of us received sequins. But I mean, if I could have figured this out nicely, it would have been a great project, I think. The one thing that I really, that this made this all worth it is they gave you a little, um, kind of a sample size of the mono adhesive, permanent mono adhesive from Tombow. And I really like how it's got this little piece so your adhesive doesn't get stuck. I mean, it just works really nicely. I loved this. So that was good. Okay, what's the next one? I didn't make this next one because it is just not my thing. But it is just a scrapbook layout with, red, black, green, white, and it's Let's Picnic. And so I have it all in here. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's not something I would ever do. It's just not my style of scrapbooking. But it is cute. It's cute. Okay, and then we have this thank you card, and it was easy to put together. And this is by, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say who the last one was by? Do Dilly Designs. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. DoDillyDesigns.com. And then this one is by Craft Fancy. And it was this, you folded it a certain way, it had thank you 3 times, a glitter thank you put on. Everything turned out really nicely, and I really liked this one. This is by Craft Fancy again. So cute project. Now the deal with the make and take was, you could go at 3 and you stood in lines and it was not very organized in my opinion. Not as organized as it was in the year past that I went 3 years ago. There were too many lines. You stood in one line which was very long, and you got your bracelet and all this stuff, and then you stood in another line to get your booklet and all your supplies, which I thought 3 years ago they handed those out to us. They brought them around to us. I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem like I stood in line for it. And then you went to another table to get your free paper pack. My free paper pack I chose was called Antique Garden. Had nothing to do with an antique looking garden. It was not my style. I didn't really like anything in it. My mother has it now, so I'm not even going to show it to you. But the make and take was $48. Um, I I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. I don't think I'd do it again, to be honest. Because even though I got some cool things and I tried out some new products, I could have gotten that experience on the vendor floor, I think. I could have gotten new products and new experiences there. My granddaughter did enjoy it, but like I said, we didn't last much past 8 o'clock. And it started at 5. So by the time we got down to the crafting. And so we ate. There was a vendor with some food, which was nice, but it was way overpriced. And we ate and just kind of did our thing. And when we realized we couldn't hear what they were saying and we were just doing it by the instructions alone, we thought we could do this in our hotel room or when we get home. We don't need to sit here in this uncomfortable room crowded with all these people and try to strain to hear them. So we left. Okay, then the next day, I only stayed Thursday and Friday. The next day, I went to a class, and my granddaughter picked out the class. We let her choose, and it was by Heartfelt Creations, and it was a rose paper class. And it came like this, and there was a screen. This was in a little classroom, and there was a screen up and showing you what to do. There were written instructions, and there was a lady that we could hear just fine showing us what to do. Okay, and you took all these pieces and you did some shaping. All the tools were there, the inks were there, the glitter, the little glass pieces. I have more glitter left, of course. Never use all of that. Anyway, I think it turned out cute. All of our roses turned out really lovely. And I have all these paper pieces left, all these flower pieces, so I can definitely do more flowers at home now that I know how to do it. So that was really cute. And they had a drawing, and my granddaughter won a free stamp set, which was awesome. And then we all received a coupon, which I cut out of this right here, out of the instructions, for a free stamp set of $19.99 or lower. So I went and picked out this one, which is this peacock, which is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I haven't gotten to use it yet, but it was $19.99 and I received it for free. So while I was there, what else did I buy there? Oh, I bought some metal tips for my mom to go on her glue, for her glue that she wanted, so the tip doesn't clog up. So I bought those, received this. My granddaughter received a monkey stamp set that was adorable, and then another free one that she chose, which had koi fish in it because there were so many koi fish at the hotel. She wanted to make sure she could stamp and remember that later. So that was really cute. And then this I picked up. A lot of the things I purchased were for my granddaughter, so I don't have them. I didn't purchase as much as I would have liked for myself this year because I wasn't splitting the cost of the hotel with anybody like I did 3 years ago. So I just didn't have as much disposable income once I paid for the classes. Okay, so this is called metallic gliding polish. And I didn't wet the sponge, so I can't show you. But we picked out pink. It comes in numerous colors. So you wet the sponge to prime it, and it actually says soapy water the first time, and then you just keep it damp after that, and the sponge fits right in the top, and this stuff glides on like silk, and it's shiny, it's metallic looking, and you can stamp right on top of it. It dries really quickly. I watched the demo. The guy was showing us how it works, and it just is beautiful. So I'm going to try to use that in my art journal this week and see how that goes. Yes, it's for best results. Prime sponge with soapy water before use. And I'd like to tell you where I purchased this. The bag was plain black, had nothing on it, and the receipt was just a little receipt, had no name on it or anything. So I don't know which booth I purchased this from. So I would have liked to have told you because they had a whole big setup of all the colors. It was really cute. Okay, so this class, the rose making class, was $30 a piece, I think, or 35, something like that. It was under 40. And you received all this stuff, this extra stuff too. Everything was there for you to make it, no problems. It was a beautiful project. And you received a 1999 free stamp set also. So I definitely would do a Heartfelt Creations class again. It was very good and well worth the money. Make a take, not so much. I think if I go again, it we'll stay 2 nights and I'll split the cost with someone, and it will be just classes that I'll do. I won't be doing anything else. And also the vendor shopping experience is kind of a zoo to go to the early shopping, which you get an admission free and get to go to early shopping if you bought a Friday class. Same thing with Saturday if you bought a Saturday class. But the line was so long to get in. I will say while we were standing in line, they were giving out all sorts of coupons, which I didn't use most of them, but all sorts of coupons and letting you know what they had inside that was available. But it was so crowded. It was really hard to shop and keep up with my granddaughter and make sure she wasn't wandering off and all of that kind of stuff. But if if I did it again, I'd try to find a point in the day where it's not as crowded to go in as it is first thing in the morning with all the big sales. All right, that's my review of the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Grapevine, Texas. I don't know how they are in other states or what they're like, but that's what I experienced at mine. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy crafting.